We're back, better than ever, rating some more stuff that isn't Pokemon this time, but kind of is because Pokemon is like what
Part of it.
a third of Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean, can Nintendo really survive without Pokemon? Like, if you really
It'd be
think about it,
close.
you know,
It'd
it's
be
like
close.
because they don't have enough Mario releases. They definitely don't have enough Zelda releases. It's
Right.
like,
Pokemon's always the other hard hitter
right.
that like breaks everything up.
Right. So if you're listening in and not watching the visual, which you totally should on Spotify or YouTube, we do rankings of Nintendo stuff as of recently, but we'll do other stuff. We'll branch out. In this case, it is basically every Nintendo published game from start to from like when the Switch came out to what end of July, right? That's how we
Up until it looks like up until the end of this year, but
Oh right, yeah,
no,
it kind of
it doesn't have Violet and Scarlet. So
okay.
everything like up until Splatoon 3, basically, it looks like.
That's fair. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's what we're going with. And then for you audio listeners, I didn't do the tier list beforehand, but if we're going based off the last time, we'll start with Mistake, which is the worst one. Like literally should not exist, right? Like
Right.
game shouldn't exist at all. Meh is like, it's probably like a regretful purchase. It's like, you probably didn't get enough out of it. Mid is where you purchase it. It's like, it's all right. You don't necessarily regret it, but there's definitely a lot more stuff that could have been done to be better. Then there would be great. It's like you definitely got your money's worth. It was a great time and you learned a lot of lessons along the way. And then GOAT, which is, greatest of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
We should also have a category for not played. I don't think there's many, but
those are just mistakes because because if we didn't buy them, that means they're trash.
Right.
I'll get to that when I can. But so if you're listening in, or watching, like, comment, subscribe, rate us on or wherever you listen to us, whether that is on Spotify, Apple Podcast, somehow on YouTube if there's a new rate button that we're unaware of. We are usually live Mondays and Fridays, 7:30 Eastern Standard, except for this recording because we're doing it early because we can't record on a certain Monday. So that's where we're at. Check us out. And we got that Twitter, the TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord. And I think I sold out, right? That's enough selling out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's start this off with Breath of the Wild. Man.
Everybody's gonna be mad. But it's not a GOAT.
It's not, yeah, right.
It's not a GOAT.
Sales number is the GOAT. Sales numbers, right?
Right.
But
I'll say no less than mid.
Right. No, that's
and I'll leave it there. You can decide between great and mid. It's an amazing game, right? It's a terrible Zelda game.
Yeah, exactly.
We've said it before, but like, it's missing dungeons. You fight Ghost Ganon every boss fight. Like, having the Master Sword means nothing because you just use random weapons that break over time anyway.
Right.
The eating mechanic is like, it's cool, but like it just gets in the way. They like copped out on 500 shrines or whatever with dumb puzzles. Yeah, definitely not GOAT, but like definitely not a bad game.
And they also literally gave you poop as a reward, and then when you collected all the poop, you got a bigger pile of poop, which is insane to me. That was like, what a kick in the balls that is. And so I'm gonna say bottom of great. Only it's a GOAT sales wise. It's not a good Zelda game, but it's a great open world game. The engine or the mechanics in it are so wacky. I can see how fun it is, but I think the enemy variety is lacking super hard. It's like goblins, lionels, and what mages or magic wizards or whatever. Like sometimes there's like 4 categories, and it's just like, and at a certain point they just stop being challenging. There's no like the lionels, they're kind of scary like the first 2 times, but then if you know the parry system at all, then you basically just beat that fight anytime it happens.
Right.
So I think bottom of great is a fair place to put it.
Yeah.
I don't ever see myself going back and playing it. I'm gonna pick up the second one and hoping that it's expanded upon. But I like Zelda games for like the side quests, the dungeons, and it had side quests in it. But the only good one I would argue is the like building up that town.
Yeah,
it was like
that was pretty much it.
Right, that was like pretty much it, and then the combat was like the dungeons just sucked. I like those were just abysmal. They're not memorable at all. Not
doing
fun.
the great beasts or whatever
Right.
was just like tedious for no reason. Like it wasn't a dungeon, it wasn't fun. It was just stupid.
It was like a super interesting concept, but when they made it so like you have to like turn them all the time to figure out puzzles, it was just really annoying.
Yeah.
So like, oh, turn this 30 degrees and maybe you'll make it through this spot. And then also you're like a god by the end, because once you have all 4 powers, it's like you can't die. You can basically jump super high. You get an invincibility shield. And the last one's like an AoE, I think. The electricity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Also, like no items in the game. Like I hated that. Like you didn't get the boomerang. You didn't get like bombs. You got the 4 powers at the beginning of the game, and that was it. Like
right, yeah, you didn't unlock anything. I would have loved a hook shot in that kind of game.
Right, you could have like swung around like Spider-Man from the trees, or
right.
They could have done. I understand why they did it, right? Just for ease of access, but like I don't know, it just could have been more. I feel like.
Well, I think once they realized that you can bomb trick and fly across the map, there was like, yeah, we don't need a hook shot.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, bottom of grade. That's where I'd put it. Yeah. 1-2 Switch though, mistake.
Yeah,
mistake.
Yeah, I appreciate them trying something new, and a couple of the games were kind of fun, but like, you literally had perfection on the Wii. Just re-release it for the Switch.
Well, see, my argument is that it should have just been, this game should have been bundled with a Switch. If it was freeware, like you said with Wii Sports, it wouldn't have been as bad. But they put a price tag on it. It's just like, what was it? It was $40, right? On
when it came out.
Yeah, when it came out.
Or 50. Yeah.
And also, I believe we talked about it a few weeks ago, but like they were in development for a second one, but then it was just like so negatively acclaimed, they apparently like stopped. There's like, we don't know what to do with this.
Yeah,
because they like apparently like overshot it. They're like, oh, we're gonna make, like they already had plans to make the second one before this one even released, and then when it didn't really do well, they're like, Nintendo's not good at stopping a project. They'll restart it, but it's like the last thing they want to do is cancel.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, this was like the biggest flop I feel like Nintendo's ever had game wise.
Oh yeah, it was,
and like
terrible.
For just like a dumb reason. Like
if
they just did it better, it would have been fine. It would have been received well.
It really just felt like a tech demo.
Right. It should have just been freeware.
Right.
That was it.
Right. So that's definitely a mistake. I don't know anyone who could argue otherwise.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Go. Yeah. I mean,
go. It's the best-selling Nintendo game ever.
Best-selling racing game ever too.
Right. It literally keeps selling so much they refuse to make Mario Kart 9. Like,
and then
they made a new season pass for it before
5
they made Mario Kart
years 9. After.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. I just don't understand. We've been you and me have been asking for that for like years. Like, why aren't you updating this game? Where's the season pass? And then finally, after years, randomly in Nintendo fashion, it's like, oh, here's like 3 booster packs that spread out through the year.
Right. Yeah, the fact that they could port a game from the dead Wii U and then it just like blow up like that's insane, right? Like it just shows how amazing that game was.
Oh yeah, and it was fun on the Wii U anyway. I mean,
right.
But then it's just even better on it. It's so much fun just to go back to. It's honestly probably my favorite Mario. That's a hard one to say because Double Dash exists.
Double Dash is just perfection.
Double Dash is so good, and it was 2-player. That's the real winner.
Yeah.
All right, dude, I loved ARMS. I honestly did.
Yeah, it was so much fun, but it was so dead after like what 2 months. Like they added characters to that game, and I feel like nobody blinked an eye at it.
It was just weird because it was so unique. It really was fun. They tried their own competitive scene, like Nintendo.
Right.
They started up. I assume because they knew Smash was going to be, another year or two, and it'd be cool to have for a fighting game. I'd love to see a sequel. I would love them to find out what the problem was and then make it better and support it.
Right. Right. It was not a bad game at all.
Oh,
it
no.
just like not enough people either played it or it just died. That was the problem. I would say like mid, like probably the definition of mid right there.
I think it's slept on. Like it's definitely slept on, which is a shame. I never played the newer characters, especially when after Smash came out though. It was hard to pick up that game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It unfortunately. Splatoon 2.
I would say GOAT, right?
Really? I want to say I would say top of great.
Or top of great. That's fine. The problem is like I didn't get into this one. I only played the first one.
Right.
And I regret it to this day. Not like getting into Splatoon 2. Cause those games are just like so good. Like for no reason, those games do really well, and they just
support it for years.
Right. They always add stuff to it years later. Like they don't stop until the next one's in development.
Right.
Which is insane.
And the next Splatoon 3 comes out August, right?
September.
Oh, September. So we're almost there. And they have the OLED bundle for it. Right? Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It has a competitive scene, even though all the players hate Nintendo for stupid reasons. But
yeah, I mean, like that's like the newest Nintendo property, right? I mean, that's like really blew up.
Yeah, Splatoon. Yeah,
Splatoon. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really interesting. Are you a kid? Are you a squid? The new one's gonna have like a permanent, not zombies mode. Was it like tower defense? Not tower defense.
It's like a wave survival.
Yeah, wave survival. Thank you. Yeah. Which I think I want to try out, the salmon run, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would definitely say great. I don't know if everyone will look back and think, wow, Splatoon 2 was like iconic, but
right. But like as a whole,
right.
The whole franchise is good.
Oh yeah, if this was my franchise, I would put it in GOAT. But I would say like individual games, definitely near the top of great, at least currently.
Right.
All right, next up is Pokken Deluxe. I feel so bad for this game. This game is awesome.
This game is a GOAT in my heart. For the Tekken developers to be able to go to Nintendo and be like, hey, we want to make Tekken, but with Pokemon characters.
Right.
For Nintendo to be like, okay, like that's insane to start. The roster was like such a nice mix of like the fan favorites like Charizard, Pikachu, Mewtwo,
right?
But then like Chandelure and I can't even think of
it. They added Blastoise as DLC.
Blastoise, it was
Krogunk.
Like crazy picks. Yeah, Krogunk. Like it was so good, good.
Yeah, it was like oddly very good. I wanted to get into it, but unfortunately, that one was already dying out. It definitely deserved more than what it got. Right. I just really feel bad for it. Nintendo keeps trying to put out these fighting games, and it's like only Smash sticks around.
Yeah.
But this had so much potential. I really wish, and I know everyone who actually played it was going to disagree with me on it, but if they just removed the 2D part of it, the side view fight, and stuck to the Naruto arena fighter side, and just
right.
And you can have like punching combos and stuff, but then have trigger plus triangle is a Pokemon move. I feel like that would have been a lot better. And it's imagine reskinning Ultimate Ninja Storm for Pokemon. It would sell unrealistically. Yeah, I would be into. I would be. It's like, well, either way. Probably the bottom. Actually.
I'd say it's great.
Yeah,
it's still a great game. If you never played it, it's still fun to play.
Right.
You could go pick it up and.
You mean Wrestler Pikachu, who's a totally different character than actual Pikachu?
Yeah.
For some reason.
It was just so cool. They just like knocked it out of the park.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Mega, like they had Mega evolutions for some of them for their, like their,
Right.
it was just really cool. Like Mega Gengar, Mega Lucario, obviously. I want Snorlax to be added to the game. Never was, but
Yeah.
Where's Ditto? All right. Fire Emblem. What is this? 3 houses?
That's Warriors. I actually just bought this game
Oh,
because I
really?
want to play it. Because I bought the sequel as well. But I've never played it. So
Well, it's oh, do I have enough? The question is, do I have enough space for adding another row?
Right.
If you just give me one add row below. Okay, cool. So now, it looks like he'll be fine. Yeah, we'll just put this under not played.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Fire Emblem fan, so I couldn't judge. I mean, it's a Warriors game, so
right. I've heard good things about it. Like I heard the story is really cool, and like having the Fire Emblem characters with their abilities is cool. But I just never played it. The only Emblems game I ever played were like the Hyrule Warriors, which we'll get to.
We'll get to. But not played. So unfortunately, you'll have to tell me how it is.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey.
That's just a goat.
Yeah, it's a goat. It's really good.
The movement is so solid. The whole cappy mechanics of capturing enemies and stuff was like just so cool. All the worlds were sweet. There's like hundreds of hours of gameplay to do in that game to get all the moons and stuff. Like, yeah.
Then they had the balloon. Was it like the balloon? Not Balloon World. The
the Luigi balloon races for like speedrunners and stuff. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, it'll probably go down as one of the best 3D Mario platformers.
Oh yeah,
like Sunshine will always be in my heart, but I could totally see this being a favorite. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. And there was like 2-player mode, which kind of sucked, but it's just, like the second person just controlled the hat.
Yeah, it wasn't that fun.
It's like, okay, but then like it turns out the speedrunning strat was using the second controller because you could do like tricks with the hat. Either way, yeah. I mean, like 100 hours. I never did 100% completion. It takes so long.
Right.
I mean, it's probably worth it just for like and the costumes.
Right. The costumes you get in the game.
Right. Those are awesome.
We finally saw Mario's nipples. Like that was a huge stride in video game technology.
Or the meme where it's like the super thick Mario where where he's in his sunsuit and it's just a giant.
Oh yeah.
But I still wish that they had like Yoshi in. I mean,
he's in like one of the maps, right?
He's in the I believe, if I recall correctly, he's in the very end, the post game.
Right.
He's in Peach or Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, right. That's it.
But I think it would have been cooler if you just added more Yoshi.
Right.
That's my complaint with that. But yeah, definitely GOAT. I still think Mario Kart 8 still takes it so far for GOAT.
Right.
Yeah. Snipper clips.
I
think GOAT. I mean, that is just.
It was so good. We played that together, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, before we
It was so good for like a small indie game that just like was a Switch launch title digitally. Like it was just so good. And then they did DLC for it, which like is insane. Yeah, that was like the Plus edition that came out. They added like new maps and stuff to do.
Oh, that's cool.
It was just a killer Switch game. If you haven't played it, go play it.
Oh, definitely.
It's like $20. Like you can't beat it.
Although you need like a friend or something to make it really worth your while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Nintendo's Portal in a sense. Like it's puzzles, and you know what I'm saying? It's like
that's like a perfect relation.
Yeah, it's like it's Nintendo's Portal basically, and it's just really it's dumb fun. It's cute. It's a great like playing with your girlfriend, and she probably won't hate herself game.
Right.
So yeah, it's probably gonna end up at like the bottom of GOAT, but still a GOAT. Like.
Yeah,
it's just anyone who's played it knows how iconic it is, and anyone who hasn't's really missing out.
Yeah.
All right, so I never played any of the Xenoblades. I've only heard amazing things, so you're gonna have to walk me through this one.
I've played the first one, so wherever that one is, I consider that a GOAT.
Isn't this is 2, right? This one?
This is the second one. I never finished it. I plan on going back and playing it before I play the third one, obviously. There's not really any story correlation, I don't think, between all of them, except for like the world. But like all of them are just like, critically acclaimed. Like everybody loves these games.
So I'm just gonna put it with it, Xenoblade 1 next to it now. I mean, this isn't luckily in this is in order of release, which is great, but I just figure with these two because I mean, realistically, Xenoblade 1 it was on the Wii U, right? This is just a remaster.
It was on the Wii.
Oh, on the Wii.
Xenoblade 1. Okay. Yeah. It was like this crazy hard rare Wii game to find that was like selling for like $200 or whatever. I mean, 2 I would be safe with putting in GOAT from the little bit I've played. Like they're just solid JRPGs.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I trust you. I mean, I've only heard great things, so it's like
they have like the Torna expansion there too, which was like the expansion for 2. I never played that though.
Do you think 1? Well, would you put 1 above 2 or?
I would just because I finished 1, so 2 is incomplete. But
okay, that makes sense. I mean, I heard it's like hundreds of hours of.
Oh, they're insanely long. Yeah.
Right. So, I like currently, I don't think I have a time to pick one up and get into it, but maybe one day. All right. This is Dragon Quest Builders. I've always wanted to play it.
I played it on PlayStation. I never played it on the Switch, but this game is amazing. If you love Minecraft, play this game because it's Minecraft, but there's like Dragon Quest mechanics, so like JRPG stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like Minecraft if Minecraft had like a real purpose, pretty much. It's so good, like unbelievably good that they could like come out with something like this as like a spinoff, and it like just crush all expectations.
So what do you think? Like bottom of great?
Yeah, I'd say above Breath of the Wild.
So, okay,
definitely.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hot take.
Oh yeah,
that's a hot take. Bayonetta.
Wait till Dragon. I think Dragon Quest 11 is on here because that's honestly.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, I won't spoil it.
But okay, so next up is Bayonetta 1 Remastered. Right, this is
that one's 2.
Oh, 2.
The one remaster is at the bottom because that comes out next month.
Oh, okay.
2 was the only one I've played. I played it on the Wii U. I didn't play it on the Switch. Actually, this is another series that before 3 comes out, I want to play the first one and the second one, but I have to wait till next month for the first one to come out. They're really weird. They have really weird mechanics. The fighting's like Devil May Cry,
okay,
which is really cool, I guess. It's really really M-rated. Like she like loses clothes and stuff, and just
right. Well, yeah. I mean, so with Bayonetta 3, there's
like an option to turn that off, I guess.
But it turned out Nintendo. I mean, we all assumed Nintendo like pushed them to do that, but apparently it was on their own accord.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we just want to make sure that you could like play this in the living room with your family. I think that's funny. It's just okay, I guess, whatever. But
I mean, yeah, if you just get like a random, not even a random, but just get an erection playing this game with like,
right,
while in front of like your parents, like, this is not good. So, but all right, so but where would you put it then?
I would put it at great. I would put this below everything else.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. You can see my side now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. This is Kirby.
Star Allies. It was the first Kirby game for the Switch.
I think meh.
Yeah, it
was.
It's not a mistake, right? Like
it's just one of the weakest, and one of the weakest Kirby games.
Right. And I always say, like, I'm never mad to play a Kirby game. Like, they're always pretty good. This one just like. You could beat it in like 2 hours, right. And it just like I didn't feel the love.
I didn't feel the right.
It's probably the best way to put it.
I always regretted not playing Kirby Robo Force, right? Or Robo World.
Planet Robot.
Planet Robot
3DS. Yeah. That one was great. Kirby in a mech suit just like works super well.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, so my thoughts on Kirby. I played actually I beat it once at like my cousin's house, literally in one playthrough. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
I was just like, like I don't know. With Kirby games, you get like this warm, like nostalgic feeling in your heart. Like it's just like a comfy ride, not stressed at all. And then with this Kirby game, you're just like, I feel nothing. It's like
Yeah.
cool. I mean, like it was probably better if it was in co-op when played in co-op, but even then, it was just like easy mode on steroids.
Right.
Like it was way even for a Kirby game, it was way too easy.